Protesters have gathered in front of the Reserve Bank of Australia ahead of today's cash rate decision. Live to Sky News political reporter Olivia Caisley. Liv, they say they're issuing the RBA with an eviction notice.
Yeah, a bit of a stunt there, Andrew. This group, they're called Get a Room. They're from the National Union of Students, and essentially they're fighting for rent freezes. In a statement on their Facebook page, they've said that they want to give the RBA a taste of its own medicine and show them what it's like to be forced out of your home and despair when you can't afford anywhere else or spend hours queuing in lines for rental inspections. Here's a taste of that protest earlier.
What do we want? Rent free! When do we want it? Now! How are we going to get it? Fight for it! How are we going to get it? Fight for it! Feel the blood, get out! We know what you're all about! Evictions! Your bosses! Money for the bosses!
This is a bit of a sign that increasing pressure over Dr. Lowe's performance is actually spilling over from the political sphere into the public one, especially after revelations from Sky News earlier this year that Dr. Lowe had benefited from a half-price home loan to purchase a 5-bedroom property in Sydney's eastern suburbs. So we could see in some of that vision earlier that one of the protesters was asking if they could be Dr. Lowe's roommate, for example. Now, we'll remember that this housing fight has been playing out politically too. And in that final sitting week before the midwinter break, we saw the Greens really thumbing their nose at the government's $10 billion housing fund by voting with the coalition to push that bill back until October. And that is really all to do with these calls for rent freezes. Now, you've seen this graphic here on screen. Oh, that's gone out. That's okay. Basically, what I was going to say is that this pressure on basically renters is also being felt by mortgage holders as well. So it's not just renters feeling the pinch, with new analysis from Roy Morgan showing that should the Reserve Bank increase the cash rate today, a further 51,000 borrowers will be pushed into mortgage stress, and the number of Australians already struggling to make home loan repayments has surged by 627,000 over the past year to an estimated 1.43 million borrowers. So that's nearly 30% of all mortgage holders and the highest number in 15 years. Economist Warren Hogan, though, says there are still bright spots in the housing market.
For many Australians, an interest rate at this level, that is a mortgage rate, let's say, of 6, is not stopping them from getting into their housing dream, whether that's a first home or upgrading. When they've got a job, they're confident they're going to keep it, and they're getting a bit of a pay rise now. So, yes, there's a lot of pain coming through from people who took on big commitments in the pandemic when rates were low. But a lot of Australians are seeing this interest rate as manageable.
Government Services and NDIS Minister Bill Shorten says he's worried about Australians being under financial stress.
The Reserve Bank of Australia controls monetary policy. They are independent of government. But I know that mortgage holders are doing it incredibly hard at the moment. I noticed that inflation is coming down, that the peak we hope, or the spike, has passed. So my thoughts are with mortgage holders today, and I hope that the news is positive, not negative for them.
The jury is still out, obviously, whether we'll see a 13th cash rate hike today, but we'll find out very soon.